Good afternoon. It's Friday, November 14th, following our regularly scheduled board meeting of November 12th. So this is our board report for November 2014. Board met at our regular time, 12 o'clock in the afternoon, and our special recognition for the month was the Workers' Compensation Trust staff. They had just completed an external performance review and were found to exceed expectations tremendously. So hats off to the team in Workers' Compensation for their amazing work and for the way that they represent our organization. Board passed the consent agenda per their usual protocols, and we moved on to board reports. It was a fairly lengthy meeting, and we had a number of topics of interest to the board. The report from Head Start was provided by Sandy Nelson, and just 45 days into the program year so far, so just a few outcomes in terms of enrollment that were provided of interest. Cal provided a brief overview of our financial picture in preparation for a much more detailed year-end fiscal report, which followed immediately after. Cal reported that due to the great work of our fiscal support staff, both within programs and within our business office, we completed our year-end report much earlier than usual, an entire month earlier. So congratulations to that team for their amazing job. Some highlights from our year-end report. First of all, we would report the ESD is in sound fiscal health. We ended our core program, which are sort of the general office support areas of the superintendent's office, fiscal, and a few other services, with a reasonable fund balance. And we are also doing very well in our non-investment areas with a fairly strong cash position. The ESD is preparing for the upcoming fiscal year and the legislative process. We're uncertain what those outcomes may be, and so we're taking a very conservative approach with the use of our resources to ensure that whatever comes out of this next legislative session, we will continue to be on a strong financial footing. Jody provided an update on our Goal 2, Grow Our People program. Just wants to remind us all that there are three really important strategy areas within Goal 2. The first was the development of a strong set of resources for supporting employee orientation. The second is a focus on agency-wide professional development. One of those is our partnership with the Oz Principal team so that we can learn together some of the content of shaping the culture of an organization. It's in preparation for us building a shared organization-wide professional development model so we can support ongoing learning across the agency. Our programs do a wonderful job in providing training and support for staff, and we are struggling as an entire organization to provide common training and professional development ESD-wide. So this is an initial venture into that area. So our second strategy in Goal 2 is professional development. And then the last strategy is the development and refinement of a new performance management system, which is under development and review. We have identified essential criteria and are drafting some rubrics for that. So much more to follow on that topic as the forms and features of that whole process unfold. That concluded the reports to the board. The informational items presented to the board were some brief discussion about their organizational structure, the positions of board chair, board vice chair, legislative liaison, and are currently open, and we will be going through the reorganization process at our December meeting. Each of those positions to be filled in December, and their duties will be officially beginning in January. A quick review of the contract between the ESD and the development firm for the creation of an online evaluation system was presented, as well as some information on an upcoming training conference for early childhood, which is going to be held in August. The lead staff there are Andrew Ayers and Abby Bowers in our Teaching and Learning Division. The board took formal action on the property and liability pool dissolution. The 44 superintendents last month agreed by resolution to close the property liability pool that was maintained by the ESD, and our board passed a similar resolution, so that process will unfold very shortly. And then we also had the opportunity to learn about a new venture in our student support services and for the board to formally take action on behavioral health and recovery provision licensure, and the board did pass that action item as well. The legislative report was mostly focusing on the passage of Initiative 1351. It's passed marginally, but will significantly affect the education discussion in this coming session as legislators grapple with how to deal with the class size initiative and the requirements of McCleary, and many consider that to be almost a $6 billion hole, if you will, in our budget at the state level, which is going to have a significant impact on other programs and state level services. So much to unfold in the upcoming legislative session, that's for certain. The superintendent's report briefly was reminding the board of participation in an upcoming conference that's going to be held at the national level of the Association of Educational Service Agencies, and the revision to our process for communications from the board to other boards. Each board member last month completed hour-long training on Open Public Meetings Act and public records requests, and we certified their participation with that program as well. That pretty well concluded the regular meeting. The board did adjourn into executive session to discuss the potential use of ESD properties adjoining our facility, and we concluded our meeting around 4:20 Wednesday afternoon. So as you can see, a very long board meeting, uncharacteristically long, with a number of reports and very significant discussion items. Our next meeting is going to be the second Wednesday in December, and I look forward to providing a report to you at that time. Take care and make it a great day.